Messi to MLS. Breaking news. The Ballon d'Or winner 7 times, that is now heading to MLS, taking his talents to South Beach, Inter Miami, where co-owner David Beckham, ironically, came over to play for the LA Galaxy and is now co-owner of Inter Miami. Messi was in talks potentially to sign with Saudi Arabia, Saudi Arabian pro team, sorry, not the entire country of Saudi Arabia, that would be super weird, but also potentially returning to Barcelona. Barcelona cannot raise the funds. It looks like it would be extremely difficult to get the funds sorted out, and Messi most likely would have to wait until around August to reveal whether or not he would be able to be signed by Barcelona. So he's decided to come on over to the United States. Tickets have skyrocketed for every Inter Miami match. Unfortunately, I think individuals don't realize that he can't actually join the team until July 5th with the transfer market opening then. So it looks like his first match will be sometime in July, probably a Leagues Cup match for Inter Miami. Granted, once he comes over and joins the team, he's going to have to get back to fitness before he can come on. Ideally, he'll probably come on as a sub for a couple of games before he gets his first start. He is 35 years old, so I'm sure he definitely needs to get back into fitness shape. But the good news is although he wasn't necessarily at the top of his game in PSG, he, I believe, had 14 assists, 16 goals. None of them, ironically, were from the penalty spot where he is so clinical. So I think when he comes over to Inter Miami, he's obviously going to be the free kick taker, the penalty kick taker, as well as their main go-to man offensively. Do I think Inter Miami will make the playoffs this year? I'm going to go with no. Messi doesn't solve all of their problems. He solves a lot of the marketing problems that they probably have. I think he solves the MLS problem of trying to grow the sport at as fast of a pace as possible. I think he solves the Apple TV problem, which isn't necessarily a problem. It's the first year with Apple TV, but I think this type of GOAT in the league is astronomically big for the growth of not only MLS, but I think soccer in the United States, and just the diverse background that we have here in the United States. So many people who would have never been able to see someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, can now, in their home state potentially, or even neighboring states, go see a match with one of the greatest soccer players of all time. And I think that is really cool and really good for the sport. When David Beckham came over to the LA Galaxy. I think we can all agree, though, that Lionel Messi is a different type of one-time generational type soccer player. So him coming over to MLS is I can't put into words how cool and unique it is. I think that the prices for the Inter Miami matches skyrocketing is a good thing. I think those tickets should be high price. I mean, you're getting to see probably the best soccer player of all time. I know there's pundits out there who would say Pele, Maradona, Ronaldo. Lionel Messi, after winning the World Cup, I think is by far the number one soccer player of all time. I think this also astronomically changes the landscape of transfers coming into MLS. If Messi, he is a little bit older, but I think in terms of his prime, he's probably a little bit past his prime, but Messi being past his prime is a lot better than a lot of soccer players around the world at their prime. So I think this changes the landscape of types of players that are coming to MLS. He also is going to get some type of revenue from the streaming service that is Apple TV. So I think that was a nice part of it as well. David Beckham, the co-owner of Inter Miami, got a discount when he bought the team. I believe Lionel Messi will not get a discount for his stake in the club, as well as maybe he will get a new new Adidas contract. But big news happening in MLS. Super excited to see where he takes Inter Miami. I don't think it'll be into the playoffs. I hope I'm wrong. I would love to see Inter Miami turn it around and make a playoff run, but halfway through the season, I just don't see that occurring. But let's go.